Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video I'm just showing you how I actually wash my bike using a water hose. When you wash your Honda Goldwing, you want to use a regular water hose. Do not use a pressure washer, because if you use a pressure washer, water can get into places that it doesn't need to be and it can cause you some issues. But I'm just making this little video just to show you how I actually wash my bike. I got it here up on the jack stand. I got it up off the ground, and that way I can get up under it, man. You know, take your favorite soap that you use, get you a microfiber towel, and you want to get in. If you don't have a jack stand, at least put the bike, at least put it on the center stand and try to get to it the best way you can. But this is how I actually wash my bike, even underneath. You know, people often are wondering, how do I clean my bike and keep it so clean all the time? And this is one of my secrets, or one of the things I actually like to do. Just get my favorite soap, get the bike up in the air. And you want to do this when it's cool outside. You don't want to do this when it's really hot. You know, do it in the shade, and just get you a good microfiber towel. If you got a jack, get the bike off the ground if that's possible. And you want to clean it. You really want to go from top to bottom. Get all of that chrome. Get all up under there. Even when it comes to the wheels, man, you got to get in there and get those wheels. Bikers do not like cleaning their wheels. So I like to get in here and get between the wheels. We got some lawn crews in the neighborhood with their backpack blowers, but that's okay. We're gonna keep working. You wanna do this while it's cool out, man. Get all of that chrome. Look at that. You wanna just soak this baby down, soak this puppy down. And I like to clean it. Get this thing nice and clean. All in the trunk area. A clean wing is a happy wing. You know, most bikers do not like to clean their bikes. And you know, that's how you keep your bike looking good. You know, people, they wonder, how do I keep my bike looking so good? That's because I clean it, you know. And once you clean it, if you're really feeling good, put you a good coat of wax on there. You want to at least wax it a couple times a year, depending on if your bike stay inside or outside. Put my little bucket here. Put all that nice soap on there. Get all of that. I'm using a McGuire soap. Look at that. Getting all them bugs off, any bugs that are on the bike. I want to get them off. Get in the fenders. You know, just get in there, man. You know, most bikers don't like cleaning their bikes, but it's not going to clean itself. You know, I like to get mine off the ground. As you guys can see, I get up under there, man. Get all in there. Man, this is one noisy area, man. I don't understand some of these guys that cut grass. They start out with the backpack blower. You know, generally the backpack blower is something you want to use at the very end of the job. You know, once you finish actually cutting the grass, then you take out the backpack blower. But I notice a lot of these lawn crews, man, they get off the truck with the backpack blowers, and I don't get it. Now I get it if it's, you know, if it's fall time and, you know, you're blowing leaves. But if you're a lawn service and you get off the truck with a blower, I really think you're doing a disservice, man. You know, you're just really making a bunch of noise. So y'all gotta excuse this noise that I'm hearing here in the background while I'm cleaning this Goldwing. Just wanted to show you guys how I clean my bike. I've been looking for you. So get in there and clean it, man. Just make sure you got your wires and stuff covered up. And like I said, you don't want to use a pressure washer. You want to use a regular water hose. Get in there and clean, man. That's how I keep my bike so clean. And then I'm gonna get this wheel. Gotta get the wheel clean. Get my soap water. Got this wheel off the ground. And I know a lot of you guys are probably wondering what jack do I use to jack my bike up. I actually use it called a pit bull jack, what it's called. I think the company actually went out of business. I'm not 100% sure if they're even in business anymore. They used to be in Tennessee. And I bought this jack a few years ago. And it's one of the favorite things I bought for my Goldwing. Because I can get in there and clean my wheels. Most bikers do not like to clean their wheels, man. I change guys' tires and their wheels are really neglected. So, and I get it. You know, it's hard to. If you can't get your bike up off the ground, how can you clean it? Well, you may have to put it on the center stand and just roll that wheel. If you have the ride-off center stand, you could put a piece of wood under that wheel, under the kickstand, and to get that wheel off the ground, or you just have to keep pushing it forward. So you want to get all of this. Look at that. That chrome is going to be shining, y'all. Look at that. Man. Everything is going to be gleaming. You'll be surprised. Bikers always tell me, Chris, every time I see your bike, it's clean. The only way it stays clean is you have to clean it. It's like taking a bath, man. You have to do it every day. You know, it's a conscious effort. And this is how I clean my bike, y'all. Get it off the ground. Check that out. And like I say, you want to do this while it's cool outside. Do it while it's cool. Get them wheels. Get them wheels. That's the thing about these bikes. They don't clean themselves. You know, thing about having a motorcycle, man, you got to take pride in. You got to take pride in your bike. A lot of guys don't take pride in their bike. I mean, you got to get in there, man. Get in there. A clean wing is a happy wing. Clean them bugs off your bike. Some of you guys like to use waterless soap. I've never tried that before. I'm just old school. I'm just used to doing it the old school way. Look at that. And we're not gonna stop there. We're gonna get on the trailer. Let's get the trailer, man. Gotta get that trailer nice and get that soap on the trailer. Go around, get all of that dirt off the trailer, road grind. It's a conscious effort, man. You know, these bikes are a magnet. And they draw a lot of attention, man. And you don't want to have a dirty bike, man. It's just, at least for me, man, I can't have a dirty bike. You know, I generally clean my windshield at every stop. You know, what do y'all call it? OCD? I don't call it OCD. I just call it taking pride in you. Taking pride in your property. Get in there and clean, man. Get that. And got a knee pad. Put that knee pad down. Get in there. Get up under there. Look at that. Clean off the cooler cover. all of that nice and clean. This is one of the things I do at least very often. It's just to keep my bike clean. Clean wing is a happy wing. Get all of that, the coupler, get all of that. Get underneath. And you want to do this when it's cool out. Preferably in the shade. Get them tires. Get that cleaned off. And once I finish cleaning the bike, what I generally do is take a blower. I take my yard blower and I blow all the water off the bike. And then I wipe it down. You don't have to do that, but I just find it quicker to just blow the water off the bike. Keeping water out of the places that it don't need to be. This thing here is ready to be rinsed. All right, now we can rinse it. So now I'm ready to rinse this stuff off, man. This thing is gonna shine. I'm using some McGuire soap. Get in there, clean all that soap out of there. Clean from the top down. All of that soap off. Oh yeah, she gonna shine, baby. Even those mud flaps on there. Get them mud flaps. Get those clean. Then on the bike, I just kind of take my hose, like the scar from the top down. When I get up to around the handlebars, I try to pinch off the hose. Try to pinch off the hose to get around the top so it don't splash too much. You'll be surprised, some bikers don't like to clean their bikes. And this is how I clean my bike. I really never had an issue. I know there's some bikers out there that may say that they don't believe in putting water on their bike. And I get it. But I'm gonna clean my bike, even all underneath. Get all of that off there. Clean them pipes. You know, what's the difference between when it rains? get underneath and get all under the bottom. Spin that wheel. Spin that wheel. Get that soap off of there. Come around to the other side. Get in there. Put some soap and water in there. So once I finish air drying the bike, I just gonna take my nice clean microfiber towel and go around and just start wiping off the water before it dries. You want that chrome shining, man. So when you pull up, people will know you put a lot of work in your bike. And plus it keeps the value of your bike up. You know, a clean bike sells faster and it sells for a higher value amount if the bike is clean. So running your maintenance and cleaning your Goldwing is just a part of being a good, responsible motorcycle owner. Get in there and clean those mirrors, man. Look at that. Clean that. Come around to the front. You know, that means a lot to have a Honda, man. You know, that's respected, man. When you pull up on the street, when you pull up, people know, man, hey, that dude is on a Honda. That means a lot. Wipe that windshield off. You know, that's the thing about it, man. You pull up and eyes are on your bike, and people can tell, man. You know, I've had situations where riders was feeling a certain kind of way because my bike gets a lot of attention. One of the reasons why it gets a lot of attention is because I keep it clean. Those very same people that may feel a certain way, they don't clean their bikes, but they wonder why their bikes don't get attention. And it's not, I don't do this for attention. I do this because I like my bike to be clean. You know, take your good microfiber towel, wipe it down. Do this in the cool part of the day. You know, it don't take too long. If you don't have a motorcycle stand, that's okay. Put it on the center stand. Clean underneath the bike. Get on the bottom of it. Look at that. Keep those, get that exhaust clean. Get those wind deflectors clean. Get off those bugs. Get them mirrors shined up. Wipe off your dash. Wipe off your display screen. Get all of that cleaned up. And this is how I keep my bike so clean, y'all. But you'll be surprised. Bikers don't like to wash their bikes. And with this trunk area, what I like to recommend with this trunk, just go ahead and open it up, because you get water in the speakers. Let the water drip down. See how that water dripping down? You want to have that trunk up, just let it drip dry. Get down in there, man. Get all of that chrome on the bottom. You represent Gold Strike with all this chrome on your bike. So you want it to look good, man. When people look at your bike, you don't want them to wonder, should they buy that particular accessory? They're gonna want it. So I'd like to clean underneath. Shouts out to Road Glide. Road Glide always compliments my bike. Road Glide, this is how I keep it clean, brother. Get in there and clean the wheels, clean between the rotors. Take pride, man. It's what I do. Try to teach that to other bikers. Clean that wheel. Look at that. Clean that chrome. You know, when you got these chrome accessories on your bike, you're representing Gold Strike. And when other bikers see your chrome, you don't want them wondering, is that something they should buy? When they look at it, they're gonna want it. Get all of that. I like to get all of them crevices, man. All up underneath, underneath the trunk. I even wipe off my hitch. Wipe the hitch off. Wipe the exhaust. Get in there between the tires, around the exhaust tips. Do the same to the other side. Reach in there, clean all of that. We're gonna do the trunk last. Gonna let it drip dry. Come around to the other tire. get in there between, spin that wheel. Look, very little dirt is on my towel. That's how clean my bike is. Even me cleaning the wheels. Look at that, very little dirt is on my towel. Then we're gonna come over here to the trailer. We're gonna get it. We're gonna wipe the lid. Then we're gonna let it up and let it drip dry. Start off on that lid. Come around. Gonna get that lid nice and clean. Then I'll just open the lid and let the water drain. So then I'll come in on the inside, wipe around the inside of the lid. Get all of that. Excuse my trailer. On the inside it's kind of junky, but it's okay. We're gonna clean this puppy up, man. We're gonna make it shine. And another thing I generally like to do is put a good coat of wax on the bike. So we're not gonna do that here in this video. I got some coats already on here, but you wanna take care of your paint, you gotta wax it. Clean off that cooler cover. Clean off that tongue, wipe it down. You want that chrome shining, man. Look at that. You know, you can clean your bike in less than an hour. And one of the things about it, the more you keep it clean, the easier it would be to clean it next time. If you never clean your bike, it's going to be really, really dirty, really, really nasty. It's going to be hard to keep it clean. Get in around that trunk area. Got some water around the back seat. Wipe those speakers. I know some bikers had complained about water getting behind their seat. So I took like some of this foam that I picked up from Home Depot and I kind of tucked it in behind the back of the seat area. So if you have a seat and you're worried about water getting in that groove back there, go to Home Depot, pick up some foam. That's the kind of foam that goes around air conditioning lines on your house. Just take some of that foam and tuck it in behind that seat, and that'll keep that water out. It's one of the caliente tips. Go around to the other side, clean around the seat, around the speakers. And that foam matches the actual seat, and I stopped it right at the speaker, so if any water run off, it's going to run off onto the bike and not behind the seat. Wipe that speaker grill. You want to get in there, get those exhaust pipes, get that chrome down there, man. You gotta have it chrome looking good. Look at that. Get all of your wind deflectors. Wipe off any bugs you got in those fog mirrors, those your fog lights. Wipe them too. That sun's starting to come up and get hot, y'all. So I'm gonna stand back and let you guys see what it looks like. Wipe off my gold strike flag. Want that shining too. Another thing I like to do is open up the saddlebags and wipe off any water that's around the inner part of the doors. door. Just wipe off that water there. I'll let that sit for a moment. But it's clean, it's ready to go, y'all. Chrome is shining. So far, everything is wiped down. Take the opportunity to wipe off your cup holder. Just wipe the bike down. Any dust, mirrors. That's it. So this is going to complete my video on how I wash the bike, dry the bike, and wipe the bike down. This is how I keep my bike looking brand new. And this is how I take pride in keeping my Honda Goldwing looking its very best. If you guys have any questions or comments, be sure to put it down in the comment section below. If you like the vid, click the like button. If you haven't already, subscribe to the YouTube channel. And I'll see you a little bit later out here in the Caliente garage.